Hey, welcome back to This is Fromage, the cheese show where we investigate all kinds of different cheeses, exploring from the very basic cheddar to even this Czechoslovakian cave cheese, purple cave cheese I've been trying to find. We're going to go and just try to explore and find some unique cheeses, ones of interesting flavor, and just kind of pick out a few favorites that we find along the way. Now, like before, we're going to go through some of the details of the cheese, talk a little bit about its scent, its flavor, before finally getting to the tasting and talking more about what it tastes like, talk about some information, of course, about the cheese as well, so you can be well informed. So the Manchego cheese is actually one of the first cheeses that I tried that got me excited and kind of took me out of the range of the usual cheeses that you find in your grocery market. It was a nice departure. It was very interesting and it was very unique, and I'm really happy to revisit it. We'll be trying a 12-month variant as 12-month aged to see what it tastes like this time around. So Manchego cheeses generally come from Spain, from the La Mancha region, if I remember correctly. And they're generally made from sheep's milk as well. They're generally a hard type of cheese, which is the category that I would put it in, kind of alongside with some of the other hard cheeses we tried. But we would put this in a kind of like a hard Manchego type cheese, because there's all kinds of variants even within the Manchego family, believe it or not. Now the Manchego cheese is well known for partly its flavor, but also the rind has kind of like this very interesting look to it. Let me just pull one out here really quickly. You can see here it has a cross pattern that I think used to be when they wrapped it around with, I think it was grass of some sort, but now they have plastic molds that make it look the same. Now, speaking of the rind, despite it looking really nice, I believe it is wax and is not really edible. Oh yeah, oh no. Don't eat the rind. It is definitely wax. You can cut it off, eat the rest of the cheese, and you'll be fine. Now, the interesting thing about this cheese is the smell, actually, the scent, the smell. Now, it's actually surprisingly strong, but not really strong. So it doesn't kind of like overpower you like some of the other cheeses that we've tried. It's more along the lines of, I would say, a medium in terms of smell. So there's definitely a smell, and there's a certain level to which it's very pronounced. And in this case, it's medium. The aroma, actually, it's kind of sharp, actually, and a little bit milky, which I found very interesting. I suspect that's maybe attributed to the fact that it's aged a little bit longer, to the 12-month period. Yeah, the smell doesn't really overpower me as much as I thought it would be. Now, initially, when I did pop open the container, all the smells kind of came out at once, but once you kind of let it sit and just relax the cheese a little bit, the smell is there, and it is pronounced, but it's more, again, as I said, it's more of a medium type smell. In terms of the texture, we're looking at a cheese that is a bit more on the firm side. Now again, it's not the hardest cheese that I've cut. I think I was able to do it with one hand, with a little bit of effort. But in general, I don't know if you can see that right now. It's kind of a hard cheese. I have to really press on it to break it apart. So definitely on the hard category of cheese, and definitely I would put it up there as a firm cheese in terms of texture and hardness. It is a bit dry and crumbly as well. I'll add to that in terms of the texture. And yeah, it's really good. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the tasting aspect of the cheese, which is my favorite part of eating cheese. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a Manchego. Now, the interesting thing about this Manchego is, at first you don't really feel the flavors as much. It's kind of dull for the first few bites, but once you bite into it and let it kind of simmer in your mouth, the flavors start to come out and it starts to become more and more pronounced until the very end, when of course the cheese is gone. Which makes for a very interesting flavor makes for a very interesting cheese adventure because you don't really know what to expect at first. And at first you're kind of caught off guard as it's not, for some reason, doesn't really have a lot of flavor. But as you break it down, the flavors start to come out. They start to become more pronounced. Sorry, I'm chewing on it here. Now in terms of flavor, when I was eating it, I got a whole sense of a very strong milky flavor, and I suspect this is maybe due to the fact that it's sheep's cheese, sheep's milk, sorry, that it comes from. It's definitely has a sense of saltiness as well, I would say. It's a little bit on the buttery side. There's a slight bit of sweetness to it, and a slight bit of sharpness, but it's not a very strong, bold cheese. Definitely more on the lines of a lactic, milky type cheese. So you put it all together, you're looking at a very strong milk lactic flavor, with a little bit of saltiness to kind of balance it out, a little bit of butteriness as well. It's also a little bit sharp, and then slightly sweet to kind of like round it out to make this Manchego what it is. Now in terms of the mouthfeel, it's really interesting because it's dry at first, and kind of like the flavors. Once you start to bite into it, it actually becomes kind of creamy in a way. So it doesn't stay dry and crumbly. It actually kind of becomes this really interesting creamy texture in your mouth, which is a really cool experience to have when you're eating cheese. Sorry, my mouth is full of cheese. So overall thoughts on this Manchego? I would say that the aging definitely changes the flavor profile, at least by a little bit compared to previous cheeses and compared to other Manchegos that I've had. But for now, just based on what I'm experiencing and what I'm feeling, this is cool because the Manchego is in and of itself, I feel, a very unique cheese. I do like the milky lactic flavor. It isn't a very adventurous cheese per se, so it's not strong in a lot of ways. There aren't kind of like surprises per se, but I mean, within the flavor profile itself, it kind of starts from a kind of a non-flavored cheese to suddenly become this full flavored cheese that has some very interesting notes, but overall it's still relatively mellow, I would say. So I would say it's kind of a nice, safe bet into the entry of unique cheese. Kind of takes you out from your cheddars and mozzarellas and kind of the manufactured cheese into the very interesting Manchego and all the different kinds of world of cheese type stuff. But yeah, it's good, and in that it's soft with a little bit of kind of like a surprise once you get into eating of it. It kind of blooms, kind of like a flower, I think is the best way to put it. Yeah, so that's the Manchego, 12-month aged. I forgot to mention it is by the creamery Hacienda de Don Alvaro, and hopefully that was shown in the some of the B-roll. Very interesting to try this kind of cheese, and definitely happy to revisit the Manchego again. If you want to explore more cheese, please like and subscribe. Feel free to comment below if there's anything you want me to try, or to kind of some cheese that you're kind of curious about or would like my take on. I'm definitely gonna explore more cheese as we go along. But for now, this is the Manchego 12-month aged. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Let's eat all the cheese! Yum! Nom, 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 nom.
Cheese, please.
I eat all the cheese! I eat all the cheese! I eat all of the cheese!
Yeah, I like Manchego. Oh yeah.